We're here today at Sopot, the CSIO 5-star, just before the Nations Cup, and we thought we'd take advantage of having a chat with Dr. Robin Bell, who's the Australian team jumping vet. They're in preparation now for Rio. The team will get selected in the next couple of weeks, and so we thought we'd take advantage and have a chat with Robin about the insights to the jumping team. So what veterinary challenges do horses face coming out of Australia to Europe?
They actually do surprisingly well, Annie. All the horses we brought over for this campaign have really hit the ground running. We tend to see they hit a bit of a wall at about the 6 weeks period, and all that means is they just need a bit of time to adjust. So generally they compete pretty intensively for the first 4 or 5 weeks that they land. Then they have a couple of weeks off to freshen up, and we just help them along with some medications and whatever they need, and then they're usually back into the swing event pretty quickly.
So you have a group of horses and riders, the athletes that are based in USA, Australia and in Europe. How do you manage the veterinary program with the HP athletes?
Yeah, it's challenging. It's a lot easier at home, obviously, because I'm at the events and I see the riders and their horses day to day and week to week. With the overseas-based riders, I tend to just try to make the most of every opportunity. So when I'm here, I'll chat to them a lot about how they're managing their horses. I'll spend a lot of time with each individual horse, watch them go in the warm-up, trot them up, flex them up. We'll do everything so I have a good handle of where the horses are, and then it's about working with the riders on a week-to-week basis, emailing them, calling them, checking in with them, and also checking in with the veterinarians that they use.
So how important are specialist vets at the top level?
I think it's imperative that any vet that you're using at this level is a specialist. Now, whether they're a formal specialist like myself that's had years of formal residency training and examinations and work in a specialist clinic, or a specialist that only works in sport horse medicine, either of those things is really important. And for me as a team vet, I think it really helps if you are embedded in the sport to be able to get the respect of both the riders and also their veterinarians. The more their vets respect you and trust you, the more information they'll share with you and the more they'll listen to the way you might like to manage the horses.
Fantastic. You've had the experience of working as team vet at WEG Normandy. What were some of the positive aspects of that championship?
I think the most positive aspect thing was the team. I think the guys did a great job. I know we didn't win a medal, but gee, I was so proud of them. They just jumped their socks off for relatively inexperienced horses, and even some of the riders aren't that experienced at that level as well. So I think that was the best thing to come out of it, and I really think Australia punches above its weight in show jumping. I know it wasn't great for the spectators on the other side of the stand, so to speak, but from a veterinary perspective, it was top class. Like, the French put on a really good show for us. Their hospital was brilliant, facilities were brilliant. They were actually friendly to us at the venue as opposed to anyone outside the venue, and they had all the world's best specialists there to help us. So thankfully we didn't have any problems, but if we did, they would have been right there to help us.
So for you as a leading vet, having the opportunity to liaise and talk with a whole lot of world-class vets, I guess that...
Yeah, it's a bit like just being at a conference. We had a meeting with all the veterinarians prior to the games starting, and it is exactly like one of the many conferences that I go overseas. All the same people are there, and you swap ideas, you swap what you're doing. It's actually quite a good forum for them.
So what do you think some of the challenges you'll foresee at Rio that may be different than other championships in other countries?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things. We've had a lot of problem with the bureaucracy trying to get our medications and our feedstuffs and everything cleared, and I think that's just a fact of life with these sort of championships. That should all be in place very shortly, I hope. Apart from that, I'm a little concerned about the fact that we've got distance between the athletes' village and our venue. There's quite a commute. Now, I'll be staying at the venue, and so will some of the grooms, but the riders and all the other officials associated with the team have to travel in and out, and I think that can be logistically challenging.
Well, we wish you all the best. Obviously today we have the Nations Cup with all the riders here.
Well, hopefully we do well.
And then all the best with the campaign now through to Rio. Thanks, Robin, very much.